Welcome to the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Pluff. Each week, we will cover various topics that dads struggle with in their fitness journey. I'll give you actionable steps that you can apply right away, not only to take back control of your own health, but so you're able to be a better example for your kids too. Welcome into today's episode. Today, I want to talk to you about potty training. Now, what in the world does potty training have to do with fitness? Well, my son is 2. He'll be 3 in April. And lately he has been working on potty training. And let me tell you, he has picked it up extremely quick. It's actually quite depressing how quick he has picked it up. It feels like he's growing up really quickly. And I personally don't handle change the best. So this has been tough for me. And my daughter also started walking the same week my daughter had just turned 1. My daughter started walking the same week that my son has been potty training. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot on me. Just uh, they always say, kids grow up so fast, and man, they weren't lying. It can be tough. It is tough. It's tough watching them get older. It's awesome to watch them grow, but it is crazy how short the periods are. How short the period is, how when they're young and they're not as independent and they kind of rely on you for things, and now they're just playing on their own and things like that. And man, sorry, yeah, woo, man, I'm getting emotional here. It's been a doozy for me. My wife handles these things a lot better than I do. Um, I don't handle these the best, but anyway, I digress. Today, I want to talk to you about what in the world potty training has to do with fitness. Now, like I said, my son has just been knocking it out of the park. He's been great with it. He picked it up in like a day. It's crazy. I mean, he was definitely ready, and you know, sometimes when you're ready to make a change, um, that's when you're going to get the best results. And the same thing goes with your fitness. When you're ready to make a change, that's when you're able to stick to your program. If you jump into something too soon or you're not quite sure, if you're hesitant, then you're probably not going to get the results that you want, and it's going to be a little discouraging. Now, he's also had some times where he's had some slip ups, he's had some accidents, but he kept pushing through. He kept making progress. He'd be doing great for a while, and then every once in a while he'd have an accident, but it didn't discourage him. The next time he would just do what he was supposed to do, and it's like it never happened. And a lot of times I feel like kids, we always worry about raising resilient kids, and like instilling this hard work, this work ethic and resiliency and this never give up attitude in kids. But for a lot of us, we actually lose it more as we get older. Maybe it's because we get beat down by um, everyday life. We go through a lot in our life. If you're 25, 30, 35 years old, you've experienced a lot of life. If you're older than that, you've had even more, and you've had life experiences, and it's hard to let some things go because you have past experience, and you know that if maybe you've tried to get in shape before and it didn't go as well as you would have liked. And so the next time maybe you get started, you go a little bit longer, and then you don't see the results that you want. So it can get discouraging, and it's hard to forget past slip ups. It's hard to forget um, maybe the successes that didn't happen, if that makes sense. But when you're a kid, you don't know any different. You don't know any different. You're told to do something, or you think you're supposed to do something a certain way, and so when something happens that kind of slips you up, you just get right back up. And I think we can learn a lot from our kids. I believe we were put on this world to help raise great men and women to make the world a better place, but a lot of times they teach us or reteach us things that maybe we've forgotten. And I think it's important to kind of look at our kids and see how resilient they really are, and what we can take away from that as well. I plan to go to the gym this morning, and I didn't get up in time. So I wouldn't have had time before I had to start getting some stuff done for work. And so, I ended up not going, and I'm gonna end up going this afternoon. But you know, that used to derail me. If I didn't get my workout in, I may not have gotten a workout in the rest of the week. I figure I had that all or nothing mentality. If I don't get one workout in, then I might as well not do all of them. And just saying that out loud sounds kind of silly, but that's how a lot of us treat our workouts and we treat our fitness. And but we don't treat a lot of other things like that either. But we do it with our fitness and we do it with our nutrition as well. If maybe our calorie goal is 2,500 for the day and we end up hitting 2,700, well, all of a sudden by the end of the day we're going to eat 3,500. We're going to have a piece of cake or some dessert or something at night because we had already gone over our calories. Might as well just go over it more. And it sounds goofy. It sounds goofy. If my son had an accident, he's doing great using the bathroom and the toilet. But if he had an accident, all of a sudden it'd be real silly if he was like, "Well, I guess I might as well not try and just continue to have accidents in my underwear all day long." You'd be like, "Well, that makes no sense." And he would say the same thing. He's only 2, and he would tell me, "Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense." And so I think sometimes that we have to look at our kids to kind of teach us and reteach us some things that maybe we have forgotten. And just having that resiliency, and just when things aren't going to always go the way we planned. It was easy to go work out when you were single. It was easy to go work out when you were first married, because the only other person who you were accountable to is your wife. But now you have kids, and they have their own schedules, and they have their own needs, and you have to support them. And so if you don't get that workout in early, there's a greater chance that it's probably not going to get done. But you can still get it done in the afternoon or in the evenings when they go to sleep. But just because you miss one day, don't give up on the whole week. Have that resiliency, keep moving forward, and it's slowly going to get better. That concludes this episode of the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. Thank you for those of you who took time out of your busy schedules to listen. If you have any questions or comments or an idea for a topic for a future episode, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to hear from you.